4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals, and I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want. I in the beginning hated it so much. I like did not sign up for that. I also always thought like I didn't know that he was going to end up playing basketball. He said he wanted to be a high school basketball coach.
Hi everyone, welcome to Shimmer Girl Talks. Today's topic is Ayesha Curry, and I actually wanted to do a video on her some time ago. I just never got around to it. But then she was recently back in the spotlight on social media. So there are a few points that I want to make about, what she just said. I had a completely different video idea planned out for this. But what she said is something that I remember my grandmother telling me many years ago before I was married, and I wanted to be married. And I find it funny that the women who fix their mouths and say, I don't want to be married. I've never really thought about being married. They be the first ones to get married, like in their early 20s. One of my aunts and I were talking about that years ago, because one of my aunts, she was 28 when she got married, which was considered old back then. And she's been married about 30 years now. So to be married at 28, 30 years ago, that was considered old. And then I got married at 40, but that's another story. I've shared it on here before, but this is not what this topic is about. So I first want to address what my grandmother told me many moons ago. Now, mind you, my grandmother had been with my grandfather since she was 18. So it was real easy for her to say some of the things that she said to me when she didn't experience what I was going through. I was in my 30s and still single. So grandma told me one day that she wanted to be a teacher, because back then you're looking at the 40s. She said, the teachers, they would, look so pretty in their clothes, and they look so, smart and blah, blah, blah. And back then, I don't think that teachers were encouraged, particularly the female teachers, were encouraged to get married. And so in my grandmother's mind, she wanted to be a teacher. She wanted to look pretty in her clothes. That's exactly what she told me. And ironically enough, she ended up being a teacher years after her children grew up and were out of the house. And I'm going to get to that in a second. She ended up being a cable evangelist. She had quite a large following on cable TV. And she was on the radio for years. And so I'm going to go ahead of myself. So I don't know why, particularly for Black women, they think that they can't have both. Have your family and either build whatever career it is that you're looking for alongside having your family, or wait until your kids are a little bit older, they can manage themselves, and you can find time to step away to start building your career. But what happens is, and I'm going to get ahead of myself again, hopefully not, but Ayesha is going to let the sisterhood talk her out of her marriage. Hello, Tia Mari. See, she got online talking about, all of these lofty ideas with strangers. And you're looking at a large segment of women within our community who don't have husbands, never had husbands, and never will have husbands, encouraging her. Yeah, she need to be trying to find herself. Don't let no man define you, this, that, and the other. And then she's going to be out there looking like Tia Mari. And right now she's 36. And going back to the what got her in the limelight or spotlight some time ago, I guess she was lusting after some man. She was on the talk show and she was lusting after some man completely humiliating her husband, in my opinion. I would never do that to my husband. So then she was saying how, she misses the male gaze. She wants to get attention from men and all of that. And she's married to a millionaire who's handsome. He's too baby facious looking. He's too baby faced to me, but to a lot of women, she got a fine man who's a millionaire. And I guess it's okay for her to feel the way that she does, but she needs to not bring it onto a public platform. Find one or two trusted women that you can vent to. And those days are gone. People are bringing their private lives to social media. And a lot of times these women who are in successful marriages, all they're doing is giving fodder to the sisterhood who already has an aversion to marriage and the ideal of marriage, and they want to clown any woman who is in a supposed happy marriage. So there's this one video, a reaction video, of this woman saying, this is the danger of not having a whole phase. And see, a lot of women, a lot of y'all are gonna, as they say, F around and find out. Ain't nothing in those streets. And the women who are trying to get you out into those streets, they want you to be broken and lost and confused like them. A lot of those women doing their little whole phase, that's trying to prop it up like it's something worthy, they want what you have. Do you know how many women would love to step into Ayesha Curry's life? And it's funny how the grass is greener on the other side. Women who can't get marriage, often struggle to find that right guy. And then women who have a good man, they want to toss him aside. Life is madness to me. So I definitely don't agree with the whole phase, because you have women out here, and this is something that a lot of them will not tell you. They struggle to find a decent man later. They struggle to settle down because they got ants in their pants. Their box is on fire, not literally from like a, STD or anything, I'm guessing. But what I mean is because they've given their body and their souls and their hearts to so many different men, now they can't settle down with a good guy who might want to take them seriously. And so I think I already said that about, her wanting goals for her life. You can want goals for your life. Nobody's saying not to have goals, but you don't destroy your marriage over that. And I'm not saying that that's what she's going to do, but I'm just offering a warning that if she keeps going on these platforms that are sisterhood geared, feminist geared, they're going to prop her up like they did with Tia Mowry. And then she's going to be out there doing butt pics and showing off, parts of her body that only her husband should be privy to. And men are still not going to want her. And not for something serious, because they're saying, wait a minute, you got this handsome millionaire, and by all intents and purposes, he's treating you well. He's a devoted husband. He's a devoted father. And that's still not enough for you. Men are looking at that. And then my final thought is, if I might have mentioned it already, children grow up. They leave the nest. And that's supposed to leave you and your husband coming together. And, once he retires, the children are out of the house. That leaves them time to travel, enjoy each other's company, reconnect with one another. She can, go look for those goals that she thinks that she needs right now. And again, that's fine. She wants the goals. Just don't destroy your marriage over that. She's 36. It's real easy, especially, she's high yellow with light eyes. She's a preference, exotical, whatever. So she probably thinks, oh, well, I can get rid of Steph. I'm not saying I don't want to make I don't want to make assumptions. I'm making assumptions. I'm just saying, just be careful out there, young ladies. Just be careful out there. I'm talking to the ones of you who want marriage or who are married. The grass is not greener out there. Look at these women who walked away from good marriages because they felt like it was something better for them out there. Just be careful. And that's my topic for today. And I'll talk to you later.